that in a while. But first things first, my name is Sarah. I am all the things behind Denim and Rain, the knitter, the crocheter, the designer, the dyer, the artist, yeah, all the things. I live here in the Pacific Northwest with my husband Josh and my 3 kids, Claire, Ben, and newest Lincoln. And I have not been on here since I've had Lincoln, which has been several months. But with all the craziness going on in the world, I thought, let's do a Whatevercast episode. So yeah, this is basically what I say. It's a Whatevercast. Whatever I feel like sharing, that's what I share. So today I have all the things, because obviously it's been several months since I've been on here. A lot of stuff that I have made have been gifted, and there's a couple of things I searched my house for and cannot find. So there's that. First thing, I do have a baby laying next to me. He was asleep until I started talking. And he woke up, so we'll see if he stays quiet. He's currently staring at my leg, brushing it, and smiling, so hopefully it stays that way. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. I guess first, we can start with a couple of things that I've finished. First thing is all of the things. I have been working on my granny square blanket, and I currently have a bowl full of squares, all the beautiful colors, and I've actually woven in all of them except for this pile. Can you say shocker? Yes, I have. All the rest of these have their ends woven in. But there was an evening I wasn't feeling like knitting, so I decided to go ahead and just sit and weave in ends, and it was kind of a mindless task that I usually hate, but I did it. Also, I have kicked up a bear fingering weight to be the border to all my pretty little squares. So yeah, I'm going to do I think it's like a join as you go type method. We'll see. I'll play around with it, but I want to get some more squares before I start joining them, because I'm actually almost done with all of my mini skeins that I have and all my scraps. So I actually need to dye up some more mini skeins. So yeah, looking forward to finishing that one, because it's going to be so much fun, such a fun blanket. So yeah, lots of granny squares. Not as many as I would like, but still lots of granny squares. Alright, now this one, next finished object, is a sweater for Benjamin that I made. It's covered in my hair. I'm shedding like a crazy person. You think I'd be bald by now? Every time I have a baby, like about 3 months afterwards, I lose all my hair. So sorry, my phone's going off. Thankfully I had it on vibrate, because that would have been loud. But yeah, anyways, losing all the hair, and it's all over everything. And it's like, I get scared every time I cook right now. It's so gross. Like, I swear, even, like, I put my hair up every time I cook just because I'm like, I don't want hair in it. But I swear, the hair just, like, comes from nowhere. And all of a sudden, there's hair. I hate hair, too. It grosses me out. Blech. Anyways, moving on. Sweater. I made my son a sweater. Actually, he begged me for a sweater. So, I used the Tin Can Knits, right? Pretty sure that's who it is. The Fox Sweater, I think is what it's called. I just used the math for that. I did, however, make the sleeves a little too short, but at the same time, it's kind of okay, because I feel like, especially my son, he's always getting his sleeves dirty. So it comes to, instead of like a normal sleeve length, which is like there, it comes to like there. So, but he loves this thing. I made it. When I finished it, he wore it like 3 days in a row. I was like, hey, kid, we need to wash it. So we washed it, pulled it out of the dryer, because it's acrylic. So just toss it in the washer and the dryer. It's actually so soft too. And well, guess what? He put it right back on as soon as it came out of the dryer. So yeah, it kind of makes me like super proud of my work when I see people like actually wearing them and using them a bunch. So yeah, there's that. And then I have just finished my Dundee sweater, which if you follow me on Instagram, which I'm sure you do because more people follow me on there than they do here on YouTube. But anyways, Dundee sweater is done. And of course, I'm sitting on my bed though, so I can just scooch back here so you can see it. Ta-da! Scooch back up. My baby's looking at me like I'm crazy, which is kind of true. But it has a fun high neck collar, not quite like a turtleneck, but basically a turtleneck. It has really fun long cuffs, and then the bottom of it has a split hem, longer in the back than in the front, and it has this ribbing detail that's rib and then like a seed stitch in between. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but hair, there's more hair. Anyways, so yeah, I have to fix, I do have, when I was undoing stuff, I found I have a drop stitch, so I have to fix that before I can actually wear it. I mean, I could wear it, but I'd have a stitch marker hanging out in the sleeve. So yeah. And it was funny because I'm really bad about counting my stitches. So once I got to the cuff, I was like, once I got down to here, I needed to count my stitches to make sure I had enough for the cuff, because it needed to be an even amount and divisible by 4. So I counted and I was like, I'm 1 off. Why am I 1 off? Well, there's why I was 1 off. So yeah, but I'm currently working on the pattern for this. Guys, transferring numbers to all the sizes sucks. I have small through, I think, extra large right now. And the higher up the sizes go, the harder it gets, because like for here, I just evenly increased on both sides of the raglan, on the chest and the sleeve. But the thing is, like, as I go up in sizes, like if I continue going even up the sleeves on the extra large would be like gigantic to like accommodate for a larger bust size. So it's like, well, the person who has a larger bust size doesn't have arms that are like the size of a tree trunk. Like, I promise you, any lady's arms are not going to be this big. So, like, with the extra positive ease, so by the time you have the positive ease, it's like, it's enormous. So I have to have the raglan increases in the bust area, but not the sleeve area. So my increase rate has to be different on the bust versus the sleeves, which is where I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I hate it. It's driving me crazy. And I want to be able to offer a larger size range to be size inclusive, because, I mean, not everybody is super small. And not everybody can fit in an extra small. And so I want to be able to do that for everybody, but it sucks and it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, but I'm working on it. But this sweater is knit out of Lion Brand Woolies in the fisherman color. So yeah, it's cozy and I'm looking forward to being able to wear it. The pattern will be eventually coming. My husband keeps saying, you need to work on that so you can release it. And I'm like, I hear ya, because after I get the pattern, and I still have to put it out for testing, which I need to give a good amount of time because this is a big sweater. It's lots of positive ease and it's long. So it's a lot of knitting. And I'm just like, so anyways, sweater's done. I love it. I can't wait to finish the pattern and be done with it. So yeah, there's that. And then that's all of the knitting finished objects. I do have a couple of other ones, but again, cannot find them. Yeah, so anyways, and we'll start with the oldest work in progress because it's actually not done and I'm lost all motivation to finish it because, well, I will tell you why. So I started making this adorable little cabled sweater for Benjamin. However, I like put it on him, like I was trying it on him and it was looking good and it was fitting. However, it didn't really accommodate for the fact that the cables like cinch things in, so it's too small. That's why I made the blue sweater for him, because this was too small and I was like over the cables and I'm like, I'm not making another cabled sweater. So yeah, this will be for Lincoln now, for like when he's like about a year old or so. But it looks really great. I'm super happy with the way it turned out. The cables look fabulous. The sleeves are pretty spiffy. I just need to finish the other sleeve. And I was going to do it the other day, but I can't find the yarn. I know I have more of this yarn somewhere. I just don't know where. So I gotta be on the hunt for this. But this is knit out of Caron Simply Soft in a gray color. Don't ask me which color because I don't know. And I can't find the yarn to tell you. Anyway, so yeah. But it's got a cute little collar and all the things. I love it. It's just not for the child I intended it for, but that's okay. Because Lincoln's gonna need sweaters too. Especially when he's a year old, because that'll be the middle of winter. So yeah, there's that project. This is such a good baby, let me tell you guys. Like, he is so good. He's just sitting here brushing my leg and being so happy. For now. Probably jinxed it. My next long-standing whip is actually the longest project besides my granny square blanket, but that's one that will just probably take a couple of years. This one is my fingering weight sweater. I have put a little bit of progress on it since the last time I shared it. So, last time, I don't think I had split for the sleeves yet, but I have officially split for the sleeves. Can't talk. You guys, this COVID-19 stuff. Not talking to adults is driving me crazy. Anyways, sweater. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this. I hand-dyed this yarn, and I hate the color. I hate the color. It wasn't what I was going for when I dyed it. I was going for... well, not this. Actually, it started... let me see if I can find the picture. It didn't start as this. And actually, I have what it was supposed to be in here. Because I dyed a mini skein first. This is what it was supposed to be like. This and this are not the same. This one's, it's too dark. It's, yeah, I wanted more variegation and a lighter mauve. And it just kind of turned into a muddy mess. So yeah, but whatever. I was alternating skeins on this, but I decided, nope, I'm just going to go for it because I'm going to over dye it. So yeah, but I mean, other than that, it's turning out really great. I'm loving the seed stitch on the front. And then there's a fun little slip stitch detail on the back. So yeah, I mean, it'll eventually get done. It's just fingering weight sweaters take so much longer. I mean, I took off my needles because I was like, I want to use the needles for other projects. So yeah, that sweater will eventually happen, but for now, it looks cute in my project bag that I made. So yeah, another long-standing one is a sock. I have lost motivation on the sock Socks are something that I like start and I get really excited, like I want a sock, and I get excited and I start knitting it, and then I lose all steam. So here it is. I just kind of made up this fun pattern. The cuff is in my hand dyed colorway Pacific Coral. It's just super pretty blues and coral colors. And then this one is from, I think it's Luna Fiber Arts. I could be wrong, I don't remember. But it's a really pretty dark navy blue. You hear the baby talking? Yeah? Oh, and then I have my stitch marker from Affinity Art Shop, I think. Again, really bad with names. So yeah, there's that. Eventually I will have a pair of socks with it. It's just not fun to work on it. And this guy is living in another project bag that I made. Got a cute little floral on top and cute little wood bead drawstrings. Yeah, you sure? Let's see. My next one is another sock. And this one, I literally have like 20 minutes worth of work left on it to go. I just need to put a toe on this sock. This is my, this is my Flonkerton sock, which the pattern is live in my Ravelry and Etsy. Super fun ribbed sock, but in the ribbing, spread it out, is the seed stitch kind of thing. The Flonkerton socks are part of my office collection, which also includes my Dundee Sweater. So yeah, all of my office collection are going to have like a knit purl type detailing. So yeah, eventually I'll get the sock done. Maybe I'll try and do that today. Just put a toe on it, because literally, again, it'll take me like 20 minutes. Yes, I know. He's like, Mom, I'm talking to you, you're not paying attention. You're talking to the screen like a crazy person. Anyways, the next one I'm working on is a cardigan for Claire. I'm currently only this far along. Come on. This is, I'm doing bottom up. I have the ribbing and then a cute little lace. You already saw it. The lace detailing along the bottom. And this is being knit out of Paint Box yarn, Simply DK, in color 104. It doesn't have the actual color listed. It's some type of light gray. Super helpful, aren't they? But it's 100% acrylic. It's pretty soft. I mean, I would love to knit all of my things out of pretty hand-dyed yarn, but that's expensive, so acrylic it is, especially with kids' garments, because, well, let's face it, they need to get washed a lot, and they get worn out, and my kids are really hard on their clothes because they play outside a lot, and all the things. But this is kind of what I'm going for-ish. My child has requested pockets on her sweater, which I've never done before, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping it goes okay. But yeah. So far I haven't put a lot of progress on this in the last few days, but she keeps asking about it, and it would be nice to have it done for like Easter or something, so she can have it with a dress that she wears. That is, if everything is back to normal, because yeah, let's just stop for a second and talk about this stupid coronavirus. There's a spider! I'll be back. Give me a second. Gross. Real crisis averted. Spider is gone. I'm not that afraid of spiders, but when they're hanging in your face, not a fan. Anyways, coronavirus. It's fun. I mean, it sucks, you guys. I mean, we've been self-quarantining for a little while anyways, because a couple weeks ago we had a little cold. Not the coronavirus, it was like a stuffy nose. type thing, whatever. We just kind of stayed at home, did our thing. Well, then my daughter got the flu. Yes, the flu. We thought she was better, doing good, and then it came back again. We've now been we're on day 3 finally of her being 100%. But we've been self-quarantined for so long, and now there's an actual quarantine, like everybody stay in your homes, don't go near anybody type thing. And I'm like, but I've already been doing this and I'm going to lose my mind because I've already been stuck at home. And people are like, oh, I've been at home for 2 days. And yeah. And they're like, I'm already going crazy. I'm like, I've been doing this for a while now. I'm losing my mind. But yeah. So, and it just sucks because to see all the people who don't have jobs right now. Here, do you want to see? Do you want to be up? Hi. You see all the people who are out of work because of it, and just their financial situation is not good. Thankfully, this is the one situation where I'm very happy my husband works for a big corporate company, because he is still in work and stuff and being paid, which is fabulous, because I know a lot of people aren't. And just want you to know, if you are in that situation, feel free to reach out to me, and I'd love to pray for you and give you words of encouragement. So if you are in any sort of situation where life is rough, whether you are sick with it or are just financially struggling or just mentally struggling with all of it, I would love to talk with you and just offer up some encouragement and again pray for you. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, enough talk about that. Here's the cute baby. Say hi. See, I'm cute, aren't I? Yeah. Ugh. Let's see if we can do this with a baby on my lap. Let's just kind of set him down there. You can't even see him. You don't even know he's there. Okay, next project. Moving on to happier things like knitting. I am working on a hat. This is a pattern by Ponderbird, Amy, who is fabulous, and I absolutely adore her. She is amazing. She is actually currently knitting my Malway Tweak sweater, which I love that sweater. I wear that one all the time. It's my favorite. Yeah, so I'm excited to be working on this pattern. It's got a really long rib, which I hate ribbing, which is funny because I just made a sweater that has tons of ribbing on it. But I hate ribbing. So this was a slog to get through. But the thing is, I hate knitting ribbing, but I love wearing ribbing. So yeah, but the colors I'm using are this dark gray, this light gray, and then I have a medium gray. The pattern does use 4 colors, but I don't have 4 colors, so we're just using 2 colors. And my battery's about to die, so I'll be back. And I'm back again. 2 cuts in this video so far, and neither of them were for the reasons I thought they would be. Thought it would be for screaming children or baby, and nope. Spider and camera battery, you know, the usual. So yeah. I'm loving the way this hat is turning out, and I cannot wait until it is done and I can wear it, because it is unseasonably cold here in the Pacific Northwest. Like, all the frost, all the cold days. Yeah. But, you know, I'll take it because that means the sun is out. I love the sun. And we haven't gotten a lot of it this winter, so the sun is a wonderful change of pace. Okay, my last work in progress is, is right now kind of my favorite. This is made out of some hand-dyed yarn, my hand-dyed yarn, and is a colorwork sweater. Ta-da! So this glorious pink, and then there is some really fun colorwork happening here. It's really hard to tell what it's going to be because, well, there's not a whole lot of colorwork yet. But yeah, this yarn is so soft and so comfy. I cannot wait to wear it. So, and this pattern is a little different than a lot of the sweaters I make. A lot of the sweaters I make have a lot of extra positive ease. This one has only got about 1 inch of positive ease, which, again, not how I usually do my sweaters, but I'm kind of looking forward to this one, and it's going to be not cropped, but kind of hit right at the waist. Well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see where it ends up. I'll show you my drawing. It has actually evolved. It started as one thing, and then it wasn't working out. I wasn't liking the way it was looking. So it was going to be like this. Come on. Like this. It was going to have the color work around the collar. That wasn't working out. So we switched gears. And now we're going this round where it's across the chest. So yeah, is these 3 colors. Hey, I was just telling them how you're being such a good baby, and yeah. He says, Mommy, I really don't like the whole being ignored thing. Yeah. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. It is 100% superwash merino wool in a pink colorway that does not have a name because it was kind of like I just wanted a pink sweater. So I just dyed up a pink. I think it was 2 layers. I did one that was just pink, and then I did like a yellowy pink and then dyed it again. So it has kind of like a rose goldish type hue. I don't know if that's really coming up in the camera or not, but that's kind of what I was going for, and it turned out beautiful. And then the grays are my Goodnight Cascades and Ice Caves colorways. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't dyed in quite a while, since last year, because unfortunately every time I dye yarn, nobody buys it. Everybody says, oh, that's the most beautiful yarn in the whole world, and oh, it's such glorious yarn, and then it just kind of sits in my shop, which is a bummer. Which I get though, because like there's so many amazing hand dyers out there. It's kind of hard to like pick and choose. But yeah, so I just kind of hand dye for myself right now. Maybe in the future I'll jump back into it. However, right now is not the time to be like jumping into new ventures with the economy the way it is. Speaking of which, my sister and we have a goal of selling at our local farmers market this year. However, we were sent an email saying that as of right now they are going to continue with the plan of having the farmers market, but they may have to cancel, which would suck because I have been working on stock for this farmers market. And one of those things being keychains. I've been working on macrame keychains like a crazy woman. But now the possibility of not being able to sell them is kind of looming over my head. So I will be selling some of these in my Etsy shop. Camera likes the baby more than it does these keychains. So I will be selling some of these on Etsy on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And then there's these ones which I am in love with because they have hand-painted beads and they have houseplants on them. They have monsteras and then a parlor palm. So yeah, those will be released along with a couple of air plant hangers. I did just send out a order to somebody, Shady Baby & Co., who's going to be putting them in their subscription boxes, which is super fun. So yeah, there's that. I'm hoping that the farmer's market doesn't close because I have been working on stock for it, and I feel really bad for all these other local businesses and farmers who count on that income every year. Because I mean, our city does up the farmer's market, and it's like kind of a big thing. So I'm really hoping that it doesn't get closed, and that we can just assure people that everything is being done in the cleanest way possible. I know they plan on having their annual meeting, which I've never been to, obviously, because this is our first year. But they said they plan on discussing different procedure doing things, being as there's the coronavirus that we're dealing with. So they will be setting up sanitation stations and things like that. So hopefully that will be enough. I told my sister if we do this, we'll just ask people not to touch the products unless they plan on purchasing, because obviously the cotton is kind of hard to wipe off. And then my sister and brother-in-law, they are selling wood products, which are kind of hard to wipe off because the wood will just absorb anything we wipe on it. So we'll just have to put up signs and ask people not to touch things, and then also provide hand sanitizer in our booth as well. So yeah, there's that. So hoping and praying that that stays open. I've also been working on some artwork, which has been super fun. I've been loving my watercolors lately, which I always love my watercolors, but I go in and out of doing it. So my favorite thing right now is line drawing over watercolors. I'm hoping to order prints. I'm currently waiting though until I know if the farmer's market is open or closed before I order prints to sell there. I have a whole bunch more, but my arm's gonna fall off here, so I'm not gonna hold them all up. But I'm also going to work on digitalizing them and offering them up in my shop as printables. I'm also doing that with my yarn to sheep paintings, which I sold some originals last year, and you guys said that you would love to have prints or printables of them, because obviously with originals there's only one available of each, and people were disappointed they weren't able to get some, and then obviously the price is going to be more on an original than it would be a printable. So I am working on digitalizing my sheep so that way you guys have access to those as printables as well. So yeah, I think that is basically it. I'm hoping to maybe do these Whatevercasts a little more often, maybe while this guy is napping, because he's a little stinkerbutt, aren't ya? Aren't ya? You can smile? He says, yeah, there it is. He's the smiliest baby ever. He's just so precious. But anyways, hoping to do this Whatevercast more often, again, hopefully while he's sleeping. But, because yeah, I've been working on all the things and I like to be able to share it with somebody. My husband doesn't really have any interest in this. However, he is very funny. We were talking about how I have, you know, my patterns available and how people are stuck at home. And it was actually his idea to have a sale on my patterns. So, if you're interested, I have all of my patterns are on sale 20% off in my Etsy and Ravelry. And you can say thank you to my husband for that, because he was like, why don't you offer a sale? Give him a discount since everybody's stuck at home and can't do anything anyways. He's like, how about like 10 or 15%? Ah, make it 20. So yeah, there's a sale going because of my husband. So you can thank him for that. And hopefully I can get working on some of these patterns and writing them up to release those soon. I do have a crochet pattern that I'm hoping to release next week, so keep your eyes open for that as well. So anyways, you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. Again, if you feel overwhelmed or are having any problems and you just need somebody to talk to, feel free to reach out to me. I am here to chat with you and pray with you. So yeah. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully you stay well and everything is going good for you. Bye!